And for more on the gender gap, I'm joined by Kelly Powers. She's an attorney who focuses on cases involving international and domestic family law. Kelly, thank you and welcome back to the broadcast.
Thank you very much.
The World Bank president has spoken out about what he calls shocking inequalities remaining in education, the workforce, obviously security, and particularly in South Asia, where they need money. And he points to that if more women were in the workforce, he could see incomes rise by as much as 19%. So what is the holdup? Is it cultural in part?
Well, what's particularly problematic in some of the Asian countries, such as China, Vietnam, and India, is that women are still struggling for equality in the health and survival categories. And if women are struggling to even have equality with respect to basic health care and survival measures, it obviously proves problematic for economic measures, because one would need to have access to health care first in order to be productive economically.
Another problem we're seeing for women in particular in Asia is the issue of sterilization. There was a story in the news recently about how I think it was 10 women had died in India participating in one of these surgeries. Why is this, and why are so many women signing up for this?
In India, the sterilization campaigns by the government are driven by poverty and the ability to coerce women who don't necessarily have the economic and political power and access that men do. And for example, in some of the more rural areas of India, women are offered anywhere between $10 and $35 to have a sterilization procedure. And for some of these women, that's a substantial amount of money that allows them to feed their families for months. And what some organizations in India have explained is that the government recognizes that coercive power and specifically has health workers target poor women as opposed to men who are less likely to volunteer for procedures.
At the G20, we saw plenty of female leaders in attendance. Why are we not hearing more from them over gender inequality?
Overall, across the 4 metrics that were measured in the gender gap report, political influence is still where women across the board all over the world are struggling to gain equality. So until women are not underrepresented in politics, it will continue to be a struggle for women's voices to be heard on these issues.
Kelly Powers, thank you so much for your time, your insight. We appreciate it.